Hey guys, how's it going? Davidinark here, and today we are gonna play some American Truck Simulator. It has been a long time since we saddled up and strapped in and grabbed a hold of our truck and headed out. But since the last time we've played, they've had several updates to the game. This is currently version 1.33A or C, or I don't know, something. Anyway, whatever it is, there are several things involved. We got super heavy loads, or whatever they call those, overload, oversized transports. I don't know if we'll get to any of that. Probably not. But we've also got Oregon, so we can head up north. Right now we're in Los Angeles, and so we're going to head out of LA. We're going to go grab our load, and which is a bulldozer, and so we're going to, whoops, ooh, that was close. We're going to grab a bulldozer and head up to Salem, Oregon, which is going to be a pretty hefty trip, I'm pretty sure. So what we'll do is, along the way, we'll just talk a little bit about different things that have been going on with just, I don't know, I guess life in general. Maybe we'll come up with some topics to talk about. Speaking of, if you'll leave a comment to this video down below of something that you would like me to cover in a future video in terms of, you know, Q&A or a particular topic, a subject, feel free to leave those down. Feel free to leave that in the comments. Okay, you're kind of weird driving there. And seriously, I mean, it can be, you know, whatever. It could be, we can talk about old school games. We can talk about different generations. We can talk about, heck, I don't know, educational technology. We can talk about podcasting, talk about conferences. I don't know, whatever you want to talk about. I've been around a long time, so I got a lot that I can talk about. You know, you want to talk about family, politics, religion, I don't care. Whatever it is, leave it down in the comment section below, and we'll see what we can do. We'll do that in a future video. I hate that the trucks are limited. You know, when the speed limit's 65, I'm limited to 55. I don't know how that is anywhere else in the United States, but I can tell you in Arkansas, they did away with that. Now, trucks can go whatever the posted speed limit is. Let's just get to it. And of course, as soon as I start recording, I get hiccups, because that's how we roll. Okay, I'm gonna end up with speeding tickets. Can we just admit that now? Because that'll save us a lot of headache and heartache. And at one point I had like 90% of the map all visited and all that kind of stuff, and I had a mod. I had installed the Coast to Coast mod, and during one of the updates, it broke that mod, and I had to uninstall it or something. I can't remember. Anyway, and it reset all of the places I had visited. I was like, really? Are you freaking kidding me? So right now, we're just heading out to go get our load. We're not even on the road yet to start the delivery. Hey, geez, dude. I'm here. Holy smokes, man. That was kind of rude. Did you not see me? What's up with you? I don't know why I'm doing that. Alright, we're going to get off here and go grab our bulldozer and then head to Salem. Oops, sorry, I was not paying attention at all. Glad there wasn't a car there, because ouch. That would have been bad. Alright, so I gotta go in here. And again, it has been so long since I played this game. I don't remember a lot about it. I mean, I know it's not hard. You just do what you gotta do. There we go. So the job we want, yeah, freight market, thanks. Oh, you can also have your own trailers, by the way. So that's something that I'll eventually do, is buy my own trailer, and we'll do my own custom jobs. But for now, we're going to haul this 44,000-pound bulldozer up to Salem, because evidently there's not another bulldozer like it anywhere between LA and Salem, Oregon. Whatever. Who comes up with this stuff, right? Okay, where's my... Oh, it's right there. Alright, we can do this. Back up. I'm not turning enough. Ooh, I didn't think I was going to make that turn. That was a little sketchy. Oops, still sketchy because I'm not really paying attention. It's gonna be a long road, folks. That's for sure. All right, let's flip this around a little bit. There we go. Let's get ourselves lined up here. Come on. I used to do this in my sleep. There we go. That's a little better. Let's get that bad boy lined up. Lower that in. And we are locked and loaded. Oh, I'm sleepy. Shoot. All right, well, let's see. Let's see. So it's what's today? It's Thursday at 10 o'clock, and they are expecting it Saturday at 11. So there's definitely going to be sleep involved here. No, I don't want to. I don't need that. I'm trying to see which way I'm supposed to go. Oh my gosh. I have no idea. Oh, never mind. I see my... Alright, alright. We're coming, we're coming. Let's go. Ooh. Oh, excuse me. Got a master big load coming here. Alright. Now, we can head out. Put the turn signals on. Make sure we got plenty of clearance to turn. Got the cops behind us? Of course it is. Well, at least they went straight. Alright, here we go. Heading out on the highway toward Salem, Oregon. Get out of my way there, pal. I appreciate it. Alright, North 5. I'm guessing we pretty much stay on 5 for the majority of the trek. That's kind of my thinking. There we go. Now we got the camera centered back up again. And there we go. Gonna cruise on out. So yeah, so anyway, lots of stuff been happening. As I'm recording this, it's, December 12th. And this past semester, I took on a job at the local community college as an adjunct instructor, and it's the first time I'd done anything like that. I mean, I've taught teachers and administrators before. That's part of what I do in my regular job. They call them workshops, professional development. There's all kinds of different names for them, but nothing that required, grading or lecturing or providing that type of instruction. And by the way, the course that I taught was Composition 1. Essentially, essay writing is what it all boils down to. And the university program for Comp 1 required 4 major papers, and they were a few of them were kind of open. Yeah, I got a speeding violation. A few of them were kind of like open-ended, for lack of a better term, meaning like I could pick what I wanted the students to write, the type of paper that I wanted the students to write. And then there were a couple that were kind of the department standard, evidently. Like one of them is called an iSearch job paper. And essentially, the students use various resources to research a job that they would like to have. And they have to find out what education is required for that job, what kind of writing is involved with that job, what is the job outlook for that type of position. So, for example, several of the students chose some form of nursing, and so they had to look up the job outlook for nursing jobs. as specifically as possible to the area in which we live. Now, I live in LA, that's lower Arkansas, and it's very rural. So several of the jobs that folks looked into, there's just not, they just don't have the jobs available. If you're looking into, computer programming, that type of thing, that's just, whoa, am I going fast? That's just not a job that we have companies for in the area, where I am. And that was that's part of the thing that the students had to incorporate, was to say, okay, if I'm interested in being a programmer, I'm going to have to, look elsewhere and figure out where that's going to come about. Hey, we got a Dodge Charger, man. It's like my Charger, except mine's orange. And actually, that is a slightly older Charger because it's got the raised up. Well, that could still be a 17, 18. I'm trying to get a feel for the satellite nub on the back there. And really, the front end is also what will tell. But the fact that the spoiler is raised up, that lets me know that's a different. And it's got the round fog lights. So that's most likely, 16, 17, I think. Anyway, I digress. Anyhow. So that was one of the types of paper, this job search paper. We did a narrative paper where they got to, where the students had to essentially describe something, write about something. It was for the majority of the class, what they chose, or I guess the topic was, dadgummit, man, come on. But the topic was an event in your life that had a significant impact on your life. And so, one of them was the death of a grandchild. Another one was a time, oh, no, I can't remember. It had something to do with safety, wearing a seatbelt that got ejected from the car or something. I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, they wrote about their different life experiences. Then we had an expository paper where they had to write about something that they were describing or comparing and contrasting, along those lines, and then an argumentative paper. Write about something that you believe in, pick a side, and go for it. So there was those are the types of papers. And in my experience, I'll be honest, the lectures that I had to endure while I was working on my own degree, oh, look at that. That is a freaking Charger Super B. Oh, that's the Daytona, dude. That's awesome. That is slick. Except he's in my freaking way. That's cool. Oh, I'm liking that, man. Very cool. Or at least it's got those stripes. It may not actually be a Super B, but it doesn't have the Super B stripes on it, but sweet. Anyway, once again, distracted by Chargers. Yeah. Oh, please pull into the way station. Man. So one of the problems I had with the lectures that I had for composition, just literature classes, English classes, they were all very, I couldn't see how fast I was going. A lot of them are, I don't know, dry and boring and stodgy and bleh. So I wanted to, as best as I could, make it so my class wasn't like that. So, like, for example, we had a couple of, whoops. Yeah, I'm coming. That's what I get for not paying attention. Thank you for cooperation. You're welcome. Nice Mustang you got there. So for a couple of we had two quizzes in the class that we used Kahoot. I don't know if you've ever played around with Kahoot, but basically you can use your phone as an instant responder. And so I had questions that would show up on the screen, and then the answers would come up, and the students would have to pick the answer on their phone, and it records all of who put in what answer, and at the same time, it's also kind of like a game show, and so the faster you respond with the correct answer, then the more points you get. And so we had little in-class competitions, that kind of stuff, and I spent a majority of the class. Hopefully, and I'll have to get I will get some feedback from the students on how well or how poorly I did what I'm about to say. But not only did I want to teach the students about the writing and how to break down essay writing into manageable chunks, and how to take the boring, drab, just kick your butt work out of essay writing and turn it into something more meaningful. But I also tried to give the students some help with just college life in general. A lot of the things that people just don't seem to teach anybody. How do you take notes? What to look for when taking it? Would you get shooting star? Oh, there's another one. Look at there, all kinds of shooting stars. That's very cool. So we talked about things like that. Like, anytime the professor or the instructor is writing on the board, there's a good chance that something that person is writing is key. It's probably going to end up on some kind of a test, a quiz, exam, you name it. When reading, okay, seriously, how many shooting stars are we going to see? I mean, it's neat, but come on, realistic? I don't know. And maybe we're bombarded, with gazillions of them. I don't know. Anyway. So one of the things that I wanted to help the students with was, I am getting tired. It's just making sure that they understood what to look for in the book. I had a professor who once told me that the easiest way, or one of the easiest ways to help yourself study when you don't know exactly what to study, is to make sure that you study whatever's in bold in your required text. If it's in bold, there's a good chance it's going to get covered. Just I don't know, little things like that. And we mostly concentrated on the 5-paragraph format. I know some professors shy away from that. Other ones, they beat you to death with it. I guess, technically speaking, I fell into that latter category. I kind of beat it into them. But, these were students who, for the most part, this was either one of the first classes they were taking in college, or it's if they had been in college and gotten out and they were coming back to college, then this was a class that is required at the freshman level. And so I just wanted to hopefully give them some helpful hints and tips and that kind of stuff. And we actually, that class, for some of the students, was tied to another class that was, it was a writing class for the students who maybe needed some help with the writing in general to help them get up to writing essays. And so for that, we actually worked through, and I don't have it handy, the name of the book that I used, but we worked through a book where the author of this particular book, who talked about this ABC system, basically getting your topics and breaking them down. So if you have a major topic, and breaking that major topic into 3 subtopics, and then having those as discussions and paragraphs, and then depending on what you're writing about, perhaps you have to break those down even further. But essentially teaching students and how to take some big nasty paper and break it down into much simpler parts that that were easier to handle. You know, if the professor says, you know, hey, you got to write a 10-page paper, man, you know, you're like, holy cow, how am I going to write 10 pages about this? Well, if I can break that down and say, okay, well, just for the sake of argument, let's just say that each part, if we were doing kind of this 5-paragraph essay type thing, let's say each part was 2 pages long, right? So it's a 10-page paper. I really got to find a rest stop, man. Holy cow. Excuse me. Well, let's say it's a 10-page paper, right? And so 2 pages could be the introduction. I know I'm tired. 2 pages can be the introduction, and then 2 pages main point 1, 2 pages main point 2, 2 pages main point 3, and 2 pages for your conclusion. Okay. You may be thinking, holy crap, how am I going to write 2 pages on this? All right, well, let's break it down. Let's see what we've got and continue. We continue to break it down into manageable chunks. So anyway, that was the bulk of what we did. And for the most part, well, let me say it this way. For the most part, the students in the class were really good students. I mean, they came to class, studied, worked through their papers, you know, all that kind of stuff. You know, I did have a couple of students who rarely came, or, you know, there's that kind of thing. That's normal, you know. In any given class, that's exactly to be expected. So, I really need to see. I need a rest stop, man. Where the heck's a rest stop? Jeez, oi. I know I'm tired. I gotta find a rest stop somewhere. Somewhere. Is it here? Next rest stop in 28 minutes. Alright, well, I gotta make sure I don't miss that one. So anyway, that's kind of what I did this semester. One of the things that also sets me apart from most instructors, at least any of the instructors I ever had, is the students would turn in a draft, and then we would go over the draft in class. I think I can improve on that a little bit. I don't think that went quite as well as I had hoped, but that's still what we did. So we went over the draft in class, and then they would get time to finalize their paper and write out their final paper. Then once they turned in their final paper, I would grade those, give them back with all of my notes. You know, here's where you need to do this. Here's where this could be improved. Here's where you could do that. And then I would give them the opportunity to make changes for additional points on their paper. I've always been a believer that it made no sense to me, you know, especially when I was in school. You know, okay, so, you know, I write my draft and we go over it. And I write my final and we go over that. And then you grade my... shoot. Stupid truck. Okay, I'm blaming the truck, but it was my fault. I did that. I totally get it. Come on. Let's go. Yeah, I know. You got damaged. Let's go. I got damaged. Come on. Let's go, man. Seriously? Ugh, Jiminy Cricket, man. Come on. Anyhow, it never made any sense to me that we would turn in our papers and then get our grade back and then not be given the opportunity to take what you showed me was wrong with my paper and make it right. I never understood that. So what I did with my students was I did exactly that. They were given the chance to take what was wrong, learn from it, and make changes. I'm leaving. I don't know if anybody's here, not here. I'm going. Yeah, I know. I'm taking out signs. I gotta get some sleep. You know what I'm saying? Plus, now I'm gonna have to fix my truck, and I damaged the load, so that means even less money. Man. Yeah, okay. And I'm running out of fuel. Oh, we're just having a bad time here, folks. Alright, well, let's get rest first, and then I think fuel was on the other side, so. Can I just pull in here, or do I have to go around back? You're gonna make me go around back, aren't you? Dadgummit. Alright. Yep, we'll take it. We're snoozing right here. Alright. Let's get rolling. Okay, so it's Friday at 2 o'clock, so we still have lots of time before our delivery. Of course, I'm not... Let's see, so our ETA now is Saturday at... Did I say 1:30 in the morning? Yikes, that's not going to work. Well, that's okay. We'll pick up time here. Let's see, I got to get the gas station. I think the gas station was this way. I hope so. Yeah, there's fuel down there. So that's what I did with teaching my class this semester. Their final project, it's one of those classes where there's not a final test. They had to write 4 major papers in this class. And so they didn't have a final test in the class. Instead, their final, for lack of a better description, consisted of their fourth final paper, their fourth major paper, and a portfolio that they had to do, which kind of was an overview of the different writing that they did throughout the semester. So it included a couple of their major papers that they liked the best. They may not have been the ones that they got the best grades on, but they were the ones that they liked. And then they had to... excuse me while I try to get out of here. Hey, there's a police officer getting a burger. How you doing there, officer? There's a Camaro. And then they had to include some an example of writing that we did in class. Those were considered informal papers, so they had to include that. And then, to me, the two favorite, my two favorite pieces that I'm looking forward to reading is the intro letter had to be a letter to me. Dear Mr. Henderson, here is what I learned in the class. Here is what I liked about the class. Here's what I didn't like about the class. No penalty for being, brutally honest and negative, and no bonus points for kissing butt. It's just, you tell me what you learned in class, or what you felt about the class, and what you felt about me as an instructor. And then the final entry in the portfolio was actually kind of a letter to themselves. It's a self-evaluation saying, okay, here's what I learned. Here's where my writing improved. Here are places where maybe I need to work on my writing. Maybe here are some things that because of this class I discovered that I'm interested in I don't know, marine biology, and so now I want to pursue being a marine biologist, or whatever. I mean, it could be whatever it was that they learned in the class, that they used in the class, that they got out of the class, that hopefully they'll take with them as they go. For my particular class, we did MLA style, which was just parenthetical notes. Welcome to Sacramento. We did parenthetical notes with a works cited page at the end. But I had a student who, in another class, was having trouble with footnotes. And so when she spoke up about footnotes, a couple of the other students anyway, had kind of agreed and said, yeah, man, footnotes. So we took part of my class, and I showed them how to do footnotes. I mean, it's those types of things that, even though it didn't apply directly to this class, if it's something that I can give them that's going to help them in their studies down the road, that one day they're going to look back and go, man, Mr. Henderson was one wackadoo dude, but he showed me footnotes, or he taught me this, or he taught me that, then I'm good with that. So anyhow, so that wrapped up my holy cow, whoa, what the heck? Well, there was some construction, and I just blew through the construction zone. Ladies and gentlemen, don't let Davidinark drive for you. Oh my gosh, that's... so how... I mean, that is all closed off. I would have had to found an alternate route, which that's probably what I'm supposed to do anyhow, but you would... wow, okay. Huh. Well, that's new. New to me, anyway. I don't recall that being in the game before. My truck is seriously damaged. The trailer's damaged. This load probably isn't going to be worth dropping off, other than the fact that we hadn't been to Oregon. So we're making the trip just to get there. Oh, my gosh. That is... oh, and here we go. Here's the other side of the construction. All right. Oh, wait, we've got an accident. I don't know how, can I go around this way? Oh, there's a barrier there. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Wait, I think the barrier actually ends here. I think I'm okay. Oh, that is so cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, hang on. We're gonna do a little rubbernecking. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Had us a little fender bender. And that's why the road has been blocked off. And what's really cool about that is that because of that accident where it was, they blocked the road off back to the exit ramp. That is beautiful AI in action right there, or whatever that however that works to set up those little scenarios. That was fantastic. Brilliantly done. That was great. Oh my gosh. That was great. And now I got to pull into the way station since my truck A weighs a lot and B has bumped into nearly everything along the way. But oh, that was very, very cool. That's very well done. I'm actually glad that we went through that, because had we gone around, we would have not known why the road was blocked. So that's very cool. Well done. All right, 76,985. Thanks. You're welcome. All right, so our ETA is Saturday at 1:15, and they are expecting us at 11:08 p.m. So unless I can gain some serious speed, I don't think I'm going to make it. So I'm going to be damaged. I'm going to be late. All kinds of trouble. that's what I'm facing, folks. Man, that's not good. Well, it is what it is. All right, so is this the, what is that? Oh, I thought it was the welcome to Oregon, but no, it's self-storage. All right. Oh, there's the police. Ooh, we skirt by the cops. Now I'm probably going to get a speeding ticket now. He's going to bust me. Ding, 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 ding. That's okay. I'm not really worried about that. We got places to go. I have got to make some headway here. because I've got time to make up for the sleeping, but I don't think the sleeping did it so much as the crashing into the UPS truck and then waiting for the stupid UPS truck to get out of the way. I should have immediately just gone around them and called it good, but the other thing is we're definitely not going as fast as we were before. I'm sure that's the damage to the truck that is holding us back, but, well, I don't know. We're actually gaining up pretty good, so... Once again, we're going to get nailed for speeding, so I should really take that into account. When we get to the end of the line, I think I've had, one speeding ticket so far, so that was, $500? So, because all of that comes out of my overall earnings for this trip. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what happens when we finally pull in, but, oh, goodness. Man, whew. Hey, look, there's our friend, the yellow Charger again. Hey, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, nice car you got there, friend. Oh, actually, that might be like a 16. Oh, yeah. That's a slightly older model. I didn't realize the front end before, so yeah, that's got the. Let's see, when did they change to the current style? So that may be even a little older than that. But anyway, I know nobody else cares. And really, technically, it could. I have to look at it some more, but it could actually be basically what 20. It's 2010 when they came up with a new style, so 2010 to 2015, somewhere in there, is when they had that sort of body style. It went through a couple of iterations, but that's pretty close anyway. Wow, lots of Chargers on the road. A little Cadillac. CTS, probably. Yeah, man. Oh, I better pay attention to the road, make sure I'm not supposed to turn off anywhere. We are hauling butt through here, folks. I'm on a mission. Got places to go. People to see, and I got time to beat. I got to get there. Heading north to Oregon. Yeah. So some of the other stuff that's been going on with me as part of the podcast that I do, EduTech Guys, EduTechGuys, Google it, we're everywhere. But as part of EduTech Guys, in addition to the weekly podcast that I do with my co-host Jeff, we also do live conference coverage, which I've talked about on the channel before. But what we do is we go out to various education conferences and we do a live podcast from that conference, and then we also take each of the interviews that we do at those conferences, cut those up and release those as individual, not really individual episodes. Look, there's the police. I'm just going to blow right by them. You going to get me? Of course you are. Yep. Speeding violation. Oh, that one's 1,000. Whoops. Ah, well, what are you going to do? Right lane exit only. We're good. Look at there. Eureka, Portland. So are we in? Have we already hit Oregon? Did I miss the welcome to Oregon sign? Ah, man. I hope not. I wanted to see the welcome to Oregon sign. Huh. We may have missed it. We are hauling, man. Look how the scenery is. Even if we're not in Oregon, we are so far northern California that you can just check out the scenery. You know, a lot more trees, a lot more greenery. Oh, that is so cool. Okay, this is getting a little out of control. There we go. All right, we're good. We're rolling with it. Yeah, look at the really tall pines there off in the distance. Oh, man. This is very cool. I don't know if I've ever talked about. Oh, let me finish my EduTech guys thing first. So with EduTech guys, we were recently in Colorado Springs, Colorado, for a national education conference. We interviewed about 30 people, I think, when it's all said and done. So we interviewed about 30 folks, and they sit down with us. We spend about 15 somewhere between 10 to 20 minutes, depending on the conversation, depending on the timing, all that kind of stuff. But 10 to 20 minutes with each guest, and they just sit down and share their education technology story with us. How they're using it in the classroom, or what their company offers, or what their organization provides. Yeah, we had I want to say about 30 interviews while we were there, so that was very, very cool. And then and then I was actually asked, well, it was a combination of my boss asked me if I wanted to attend a particular session, and I had indicated interest before, so it was one of those kind of a combination type thing. But anyway, I was invited to sit in on a session regarding a program that they have called Executives in Residence, which is a very, very cool program. You basically spend a year working with other education service agencies. You work with some of their key administrative personnel to understand how their education service center works, and some of their philosophies, some of the services and products that they offer, and then figure out how that could apply to where you work. It's really cool. I think it's a great idea. It's a lot like kind of like a job shadowing for executives. So that's something I aspire to. My ultimate life goal is to be the executive director or CEO for an organization or a company. And so anytime I am afforded the opportunity to learn from other executives, I'm all for it. So that's definitely my one of my life goals. Who knows, unless the YouTube thing works out, right? But anyway, so I did that. But I'm saying all that to say that right before that, I was in Houston, Texas for an education conference. And then in January, I'm actually going to go to Orlando, Florida. I say we, the EduTech guys, are going to go to an education conference in Florida, and it's a national conference, and we are going to be there. We're actually presenting on 2 sessions. We're going to be part of a panel for a 3rd session, and then somewhere during all of this, we're still going to maintain our live online coverage, interviewing folks. So it's going to be a busy time in Florida, but it's going to be so much fun. Oh, it's going to be so cool. So, yeah. So the sessions that we're presenting, we're doing a session on inspection. Man, why? Oh, it's a rest area. Oh, wait, oh yeah. Okay. Sorry, I didn't. Whoa. Okay. It's a rest area and way station. All right then. Everybody's coming here. Holy cow! Would you get out of the way? Oh, sorry, that's my bad. I'm in the wrong line. I'm in the wrong line. Are you people not even resting? You're just driving through the rest area? Really? You gotta be kidding. Oh, no. Okay, you pulled off. Uh-oh. The police car's right behind him. Wait, no, they are. They're just driving through. What is this? That is crazy. Uh-oh, we're going way too fast. That is silly. That is so bizarre. Oh, wait. Okay, now, so the truck. Oh, he's back there. That is so silly. All right, well, whatever. You guys do you, man. Whatever. But, that almost looks like a Burnside, doesn't it? I'm coming over here. There you go. Yeah, buddy. So we're doing a session on podcasting in the classroom, and we're actually teaming up with Dr. Howie DeBlasi on that one. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. We've not done anything quite like that before, so that's gonna be pretty cool. We're doing a session on moving local IT services, mainly server-based type stuff, out of the local district up into the cloud. A lot of school districts are still using locally owned servers for a lot of the services that could be housed in the cloud, and that just means less maintenance that the tech has to do on site, that kind of stuff. So we're doing a session on what that means, what that looks like, some of the things you can do, how one district specifically has moved a bunch of their stuff to the cloud and is in the process of moving even more stuff to the cloud. And then we've been invited to sit in on a panel on IoT security, in our particular case, specifically related to the classroom. And so IoT, Internet of Things. So that's like having Google Home or Alexa or something along those lines in the classroom. We Jeff and I happened to be sitting in on a conversation with folks from, let's see, there was a guy from Microsoft, a couple of folks from Amazon, some guy from some national security, something or other. I don't know. There were all these kind of, bigwig, high-level folks, and then there's me and Jeff. We're like, why are we here? But we quickly learned why we were there, and the reason why we were there is because we were all they were the whole conversation was about Internet of Things and Alexa, Google Home, Siri, all that kind of stuff. And we had mentioned that we knew teachers that were using those types of products in the classroom, and man, the whole room like wigged out. They were like, "Well, that's not used for the classroom, and that shouldn't be in the classroom." But I'm like, I don't care what it should be for, it shouldn't be for. I'm just telling you this is what's happening. And so that spurred a conversation to create this panel at this education conference about the Internet of Things and security, and that's how we managed to land on this discussion panel. So that's going to be very interesting to see how that pans out. I don't know. It's funny to me. I'm very honored that I was chosen, that we were chosen to participate. But I'm cut from a different line of cloth, man. I'm not your typical I'm not your typical thinker. I'm not your typical presenter. So I don't know. We're gonna have a lot of fun with that. And like I said, we're going to be doing live conference coverage. So, there is that too. So I'm going to shut up and look at that. Look at that. Oh, gorgeous mountains with the tall pine trees. And welcome to Oregon for sure. That is awesome. Look at that. Oh, that is cool. Whoop, 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 whoop. I do not drive well in that view. And I don't know why. That's like the only way I can play every other driving game, but for this game I have to be in first person. That's so weird. But anyhow, what I was going to say earlier when I first mentioned coming into Oregon on the game, I've never been there, but my wife's family, who was all from Arkansas, way back. I'm pretty sure this was even before my wife was born. I don't think my wife's ever been to Oregon, so this is before she was born. Back when I know for sure, back when my wife's mom was a kid, their whole family would pack everything up and come to Oregon, and they would work the logging fields for like several years. And then when, I don't know, for whatever reason, they'd get bored or tired of it or whatever, they would pack everything up and come back to Arkansas. And my wife's mom said that she can remember doing that many times growing up. Uh-oh, we got the popo. Which I thought was it was just so cool and so foreign to me. I mean, packing up everything and moving, okay, I got that. But then to only a few years later, pack up and move everything back again, and then turn around and just, lather, rinse, repeat. That was just so cool. Such a interesting way to live. If I smack into that truck, will I break the glass? That'd be funny. I don't know what that said. Say goodbye to something. Anyway. But yeah, so I thought that was very, very cool. Okay, so we are still about 2.5 hours game time away from our destination. And I will say we are getting closer to the desired drop-off time, right? You can bypass. Yay! Thank you, Oregon. I appreciate that. Okay, so they are expecting me by 11:08 Saturday, and we're already down to 11:45. So I'm thinking that, assuming I don't do anything else stupid, we can make it and make the time. I know, like I said, we've got lots of damage and lots of other mess that I've created, but hopefully we can at least get there on time. Boy, the police are everywhere, huh? Yeah, I'm just barreling through, man. See ya. Yeah, you can't give me a speeding ticket. You're already working with somebody. Hate that for you, but I appreciate you taking the heat for me. I'll put some money in your stocking this year for Christmas. There we go. I had kind of forgotten. Whoops. Jiminy Cricket, dude. Holy cow. I'd kind of forgotten that my truck was green. I mean, partially because I'm very partial to lime green. I absolutely love lime green. But I'm thinking I may have to repaint my truck kind of like that, glow orange so that it matches my actual car in real life. That would be cool. And for those that don't know, I did a video on it quite some time ago, but I've got an orange 2017 Dodge Charger. It's very, very cool. I like it a lot. Now it's not, it's not an RT, it's not SRT, it's not Hellcat, anything like that. It's just the regular kind of base model, but the dealer had it specially prepped where it's kind of got some of the higher end aesthetics to it. Like it's got the body color SS style spoiler on the back. It's got the 20-inch rims. There's something else. I can't remember now, but anyhow, it's a very cool looking. I like it a lot. And actually I had a Dodge Charger before that. I had a 2009 that I really liked, and I had it for almost 10 years, so lasted a good while. Hope this one lasts well, I wasn't say just as long. I probably won't keep this one as long, but it's nice not having a car payment when you don't have to have a car payment. So it was a little rough trading that old Charger in on the newer one, knowing that I was going to now have a car payment that I hadn't had for several years. I had paid my Charger off and was just driving it, so you kind of get used to not having to pay for a car, man. But anyhow, there you go. Woo. We are hauling up through here, and again, as I mentioned at the very beginning, I had a pretty good feeling that we were going to pretty much be on Highway 5 the entire way up here. Oh, come on. Get out of the way. Jeez, oi. And that's pretty much what we've run into. We left LA, headed north on 5, and we've been pretty much taking 5 straight in. Although, I think we're going to be late. We're going to be late no matter what. Yeah, I don't have enough time to make up the time that I'm short. So, man. So we're going to be late. I've got damage, all that kind of stuff. It's not good. Not good for me. But it is what it is. What is that? What's that symbol? I don't know what that symbol looks like. A bike shop. I don't know what that symbol is there. Anyway, we are in Oregon, driving around, headed toward Salem, if I remember correctly. Oh, yeah. Whoa! Woo! I gotta be careful. Holy smokes, I almost ran myself off the road. We are definitely getting tired again, but I can sleep after we drop this off. Yeah, I've only got 29 miles, so we're definitely going to be late. And looks like I'm taking this exit here. And as are several folks. Wow, this is a major come up around the bend. Oof. Almost took out that sign. Alright, come up here, and we're going to turn left up here onto this road. A neat little town that we're in here. I know I'm cutting this corner way shorter than I should, but that's alright. I'm all over the road. Wait, what? I'm turning here? What is this? Okay. This is interesting. Huh. Alright, I'm going to take this little back road, I guess, to get to where we're going to deliver the load. Oh, that is so cool, man. Alright, so what's this going to say? Entering... Oh, Salem. Oh, yeah, Salem. Alright. So, that's interesting that that's a place you can go. What's that in there? Established 1983. I don't know, some kind of vineyards. That's cool. Okay, so after we drop this off, we may have to take a drive through the vineyards. I mean, I'm already late, but I don't want to do it, late at night. I want to be able to see them, so... Maybe if I remember, when we drop this off, we'll come back and do that. There's a very good chance I'll forget, so just going to throw that out there. Lest you think that I'll remember everything. In fact, maybe we'll do that in the next video, because I'll need sleep. I got to repair my truck. Might as well get some gas while we're at it. All kinds of stuff. But anyhow, there you go. As we approach our destination here in Salem, Oregon. Awesome, awesome stuff. Salem discovered. Yay. Hey, we discovered Salem. In that case, I'm going to change the name to davidinark. Can I change the name of the town? I mean, if I discovered it, I should be able to change the name, right? No? Alright, fine. Oh, I was like, holy cow, it's closed. I can't get in. Oh, that is cool. That is so cool. Oh, that is a neat feature, man. They had to let me into the gated zone. Okay, so once I pass through, does it close back again? Yeah, it does. Look at that. Oh, that is... Man, I love these additional touches that they've put in the game. That is so cool. Alright, so, again, we're already late, so who cares? Where am I supposed to be going here? Oh, over here. Okay. Hey, guys, I finally showed up. Sorry, it's closer to midnight than you wanted, but... You know what? That's life in the big city. Okay, so where do you need it? Let's play it safe. Yeah, I'm in a hurry. Just take it. I don't need the XP. Go for it. There we go. Okay, so 928 miles. Look at all the good stuff we have. And then, it didn't knock me off for damage. The base reward, proficiency, long distance delivery, high value, they didn't take anything off for the damage. Hey, I'll take that any day of the week, man. Works for me. How very cool was that? Oh, yeah, and I guess I leveled up. All right, sweet. So I guess we'll do some more. I think we'll do some hazmat, some more hazardous. Yeah, we'll do that. That works for me. Sure, why not? All right, there you go. Awesome stuff. I got new upgrades available, all that kind of cool stuff. Well, there it is, man. I hope you enjoyed this, and let me know down in the comment section below. Got any other questions, problems, suggestions, horror stories? Feel free to leave those down in the comments as well. And then, like I said, if you've got something that you would like me to talk about in a future video, let me know that as well. All kinds of stuff, man. Just start the chatter down in the comments below. I appreciate it. Man, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time on American Truck Simulator.